Hi guys, welcome back. And thank you so much again for your comments on the previous videos. Today we'll be talking about the Cowboy mount. Why Cowboy mount? Well, first of all, this is one of the go-to mounts for shorter riders because it totally eliminates the height of the rider from the equation. All it takes, you put your foot on a peg, you swing the other leg around, and we all think we can do that. Another reason is that many people think that Cowboy mount is actually poser mount. It definitely looks cool and it feels good too. You choose which reason you like more, but I'm confident that this is one helpful skill to have as a rider. On the surface, it's really simple. Just swing your leg as you start rolling, and that's it. But can you do this uphill? Can you do that when you're turning left or turning right? Can you do this from the other side? We will break this preparation work into 3 sections and review and learn each one of them separately. So sequentially, what needs to happen? First, our position in relation to the bike. Second, initiation of the movement. And third, weight or balance transfer. We will be building up on already existing skills, as we always do here. And as fun as it is, this means that we'll be learning these backwards. So we'll start with weight and balance transfer, then we'll review initiation of the movement, and the last, we'll review body position in relationship to the bike right before we start rolling. Weight transfer is the longest drill in this video, but I want to make sure that you understand that this is absolutely fundamental skill for so many things. So in all future videos, I will just refer to this drill, and I hope you will put time and really master these. For the Cowboy mount, all you need to do, you practically take your whole body weight and you need to transfer it from outside of the bike to be in the middle of the bike. To do this weight transfer safely, we'll start from what everybody knows how to do, riding straight and sitting. So let's just do a short warm-up, going straight, turning, reminding ourselves how much fun it is to ride a bike, changing direction, turning again, going straight, loosen up, feels nice and familiar, and if you've never stood up on a bike, time to do that. Not that hard, not that scary. Just stand up and go in straight line and turn. Notice how everything feels on the bike, how the steering feels. Ideally, there should be no weight on the steering, so try not to put extra weight there. So now we'll start adding new elements to these, increasing complexity. And we'll start with moving right leg from the peg and swinging it. And start that in a straight line. If corner doesn't feel comfortable, put it back. Wait until you're back in a straight line. And again, move the same leg, paying attention to how it feels to be riding with not touching the peg. Once you're really comfortable in a straight line, add turn, first turn. Keep your speed nice and steady and try to carry the same speed and turn. If this feels comfortable, let's add another layer. We are changing direction. Now we are going in straight line in this direction and turning the opposite, turning right, and you will notice how differently it feels. So keep doing this until you know exactly how the bike feels, how your body feels going in either direction. Now if that feels good, let's make a big circle. This is a little bit more complicated because it's going to be ongoing turning. And again, keep doing it until it feels just fine. changing direction in circles. And going in the opposite direction. If it feels good, switch to figure eight. This is another layer of complexity because you will be turning in opposite directions, moving your weight with just one leg on the bed. If this feels perfectly fine, you feel like you mastered it, you switch the leg and you repeat all of the steps from very beginning, going in a straight line to a tighter figure eight. Don't rush. This is not about rushing through this exercise. This is actually for your brain and for your body to know what it takes to be on a bike with just one leg and the other one moving somewhere. So if you mastered both legs in both directions, next step will be to move your leg behind yourself and just put it on the seat. It's a little bit more complicated and your leg is actually further away from the pad. If for some reason you don't feel comfortable or balance is off, just put it back on the pad and sit down. This is what people typically perceive as the safest position. So that's where it is. And you can actually spend some time learning how to do that. And again, increase complexity from straight line to turns, first turns, then circles, then figure eights. I'm just jumping directly to the figure eights just to show you where you should be by the end of learning in this direction. Then you change legs, again going in the same sequence, and then you should be able to do figure eights. Nice and easy. If you mastered all of these, next step, the last one in this drill will be to remove your leg from that side and put it right behind yourself on the other side. So now it's only this hand is touching the bike on the right side, and start again with going straight, a straight line, going through the same sequence, getting to figure eights. You master it and with this leg, change legs. Again, build up in complexity, don't try to jump directly in figure eight. It might feel awkward and familiar and will result in actually slowing your learning. So if you learned all of these and you feel really good doing this, guys, congratulations, you just learned how to dismount the bike doing dynamic dismount. Just bring the bike to speed close to the walking speed and stop. Just a reminder, guys, that we are learning the Cowboy mount backwards. So now we'll be talking about what happens right before you have to swing the leg. And that is actually initiation of the movement. We all differ in how we actually start rolling. Some of us are more aggressive, some of us are more smooth. I want you to remember one word, and that word is commit. You want to commit, and you want to make sure that you have the right momentum, enough momentum to keep rolling, and that rolling should be controlled. If you're not giving enough momentum, you would not have enough power, you would not have enough speed to swing the leg. And if you're giving too much throttle, then bike will be a little bit funky and your balance will be in jeopardy. So to train that, to remind ourselves what it takes, we'll just do a couple of smooth and controlled starts while sitting on the bike, just paying attention to our controls. So we have the bike running. All we need just to get the bike rolling nice, smooth, and controllably. Let's do this again. Look ahead and get rolling. So the idea is that we remind ourselves about the amount of inputs that our bike requires to get rolling. And the last point is about body and bike positions right before we're starting. First, let's talk about where we put the leg that we are pushing from. This leg should be in line with the peg, right here, not behind, not ahead. If you put it behind, that's typically what students do. What's happening, you're extending yourself. You start rolling and you practically stretch so far, you have no control of the situation. So put it right here. You put this leg on the peg, and what people also forget to do to start, you actually have to lean the bike a little bit away from yourself. Because when we're mounting the bike, we tend to pull ourselves on it. So if you are neutral, you're just pulling it on yourself and you're making your balance practically falling on one side. If you're too much extended, again, you're losing control of the balance overall. So those are the points that I wanted to share with you. Make sure to practice this as frequently as you can and from both sides. So let's put all of this together and see how it feels and looks. Don't look at the peg. Grab the handlebars. Start the bike. Bike a little bit away from you. Nice control commitment, and you're up. Let's do this from the other side. So this is how you mount on the other side. You find the peg, lean it away from yourself. Nice and controlled. Committed. Here you are. Not that hard once you practice all of the elements. What I really want to mention is for those of you who have panniers. So if you have panniers, the geometry of the bike, the geometry of space that's available to you here is completely different. So I suggest you train that motion on the stationary bike when it's not even running. It's not important, because typically it looks like this. You have to swing it a lot behind you and then being really careful bringing it back. And the same with dismount. You literally have to make a bigger circle. Maybe not that graceful, but it is reality, so just be aware of this. But still, this is one of fun and amazing mounts to do. And in the next video, we'll consider a couple more modifications of these to see how else it could be done in different conditions. Thank you for watching.